Hey Binder fans, Jeff here at IH Parts America, here to show you the latest build to come out of our shop. This 1965 Scout 800 that we just had at Scout Nationals in Springfield, Ohio just last week. So this project is a 1965 Scout 800. Yes, I did say 1965. I know a lot of Scout 800s did officially start in 66, but this one was made in the very late stages of 65 and has been titled and registered as such. Our own Michael Dimmock here, our sales guy's been here forever, you know, the dude, big red beard. He originally bought this Scout and had started with a little GM 4.3 V6 and Dana 30 in the front, and you know, make a nice little cruiser. And then I think Michael decided he wanted to be a responsible adult and buy a new house, so he sold the Scout to our current customer, who enjoyed it for a short while, but then as his family grew, realized he needed more space inside this Scout, and that was kind of one of the main reasons it came back to us, was to put a bigger, wider back seat in it. And then it unfolded into an LS swap and a bunch of other goodies. So today we're going to show you all the good stuff that we did to this build and let you see what you guys all think. So a lot of people have been asking to start with, what color is it? This is a Volvo Sage Green. We always leave color choices up to the customer, and he picked a really good one. I mean, we've all been really digging this color here. And it actually is a metallic. It's really hard to tell, but when it's in the sunlight, boy, you can sure see the sparkle in it. It looks just great. So again, some of the main features of this Scout is the GM LS3 in it. It's a 6.2 liter, putting out 430 horsepower and 430 foot-pounds of torque. The transmission is a 6L80E. Again, 6-speed, can't go wrong there. Overdrive, real good for today's modern times. Put an Atlas transfer case behind it with a 3.8 low range. For the drive shaft, we have a custom long travel front in it with a double cardan joint, and then we have a custom rear drive line with a double cardan joint in the back, all from our local driveline service of Sacramento. The front axle is a rebuilt Dana 30 with 373 gears, and we put a new CPT Ford 9-inch rear axle with a limited slip differential and 373 gears. To make the steering easier, we put a custom CPT power steering system in this Scout, and to make the brakes be a lot more easier to stop, we put a custom power brake booster from our friends at D&C Extreme. For suspension, we put in one of our CPT Reverse Shackle kits to smooth out the ride, as we do in almost pretty much every build we do. For the springs and suspension, we did custom 2.5-inch wide leaf springs front and rear. They're actually 8 inches longer in the front from original. Bilstein shocks to go along with it, along with some custom CPT bump stops and mounts. To aid in additional rear suspension load, we put custom rear airbags along with an onboard air system in the Scout. To keep the LS engine fueled up, we put a custom CPT rear fuel tank with a 26-gallon capacity that has the fuel pump inside of the tank. For bumpers, we did custom CPT front and rear with a locking spare tire carrier and removable luggage ice chest rack in the back. We also installed high-intensity backup and driving lights that are integrated into these custom-made bumpers. Also in the rear bumper was a 7-pin trailer plug wired with charging and electric brake control. There's also a backup camera installed on the rear tire rack that's integrated into the rear view mirror that also gives you direction. For a sound system, we put in an Alpine stereo, amplifier, and speakers, all in custom-made enclosures. The front seats are from Corbeau, and they have heaters inside of them to keep your little tush warm on the cold days. As for the back seat, again, the customer wanted something that would fit 3 of his kids across the back. So this Scout received extensive modifications of the floor, rear inner fenders, and the bulkhead to accept the 3 across rear seat. This also, in addition, allowed for the front seats to move further back and also recline for more comfort. The seat is actually from a 2015 Jeep Wrangler, and it was reupholstered with fabric from Corbeau and then custom mounted into the Scout. To keep the gears shifting on the 6L80E transmission, the guys in the shop made a custom center console for it and then covered it in matching fabric from Corbeau. This allows for tap up and tap down shifting of the transmission. For interior comfort, there was a whole ton of LizardSkin sprayed in all the interiors, cracks, floors, ceiling, everywhere needed. A total of 14 gallons of LizardSkin products was applied to the interior of the top and inside of the tub. The firewall was heavily modified to fit a custom HVAC system in there. So yes, the Scout not only just has a standard heating system in there like it would come from the factory, but it also has air conditioning. To monitor all systems on the LS engine, custom gauges were installed into the Scout along with a GPS controlled speedometer. To keep the occupants safe in the Scout, a custom CPT roll cage was fabricated that is welded directly into the body. Along with that, it allowed provisions for 3-point seatbelts to go along with the Corbeau seat and the Jeep Wrangler seat in the back. A custom headliner was also made for this Scout and installed, totally different from anything you'd see in any other Scout 800. New tinted glass was cut and installed in the door and wing windows, and the side and rear windows in the hardtop were tinted to match with ceramic tint products. For steering, a custom Flaming River tilt column was installed into the Scout. And of course, let's not forget about those billet mirrors that are mounted on the outside of the Scout. Hope you like this latest build come out of our shop. Again, if you're someone that's interested in having something like this built for you, just give us a call at 530-274-1795 or give our general manager Darren an email, darren@ihpartsamerica.com. He's in charge of all these builds and the great crew that we have putting them together. We appreciate you watching our video, and again, please like it, and if you haven't signed up for them yet, sign up for our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our next videos. Thanks and have a great day.
Bye.